Hello, and welcome to the ozfortress SummerCup 2021. I am Dubious, joined by Michael, with Core on production. This is the Div 1 semi-final between Soufflé and kinotech. Michael, do you want to say hi and then run us down Soufflé's roster?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I don't think I've been in anything since the season 29 grand final, so it's nice to be back in for some TF2. In terms of rosters, we'll go down Soufflé's roster first. They are going to be running Silvo and Cookie on Scouts, Down on Roma, Riot on Pocket, Enrith on Dembo Man, and Lau on Medic.
A pretty strong team.
Mm.
However, However, on kinotech, we have Connor and Dork Scouts, Connor most likely playing Pocket, Matt on Roma, Ray's on Pocket Soldier, Meth Demo, and Doggerel Medic. We have our map picks, we have our map bans. We're starting with Gullywash, Process, Sunshine Decider, with the Metalworks, Product, Snakewater, and Reckoner ban. You know, all the off maps, all the ones they're icky.
Icky map. I want to play Pug map, damn it.
Gully, Process. Regardless, both these teams know how to play these maps well. Every player can sort of work past that, I think.
Yeah,
Do you have any predictions? Yeah, sorry.
Oh, look, predictions are always yucky when you have Soufflé, Soiree, whatever top-seeded team, right? Predictions are always just yuck. Because you look at everything and you think, okay, this team should just roll. Like or at least it should be a 2-0, right? That's my prediction, is that it's 2-0 for Soufflé, without a doubt. But these maps could go so close. I think we will probably see a golden cap in one of the maps, and it could go to 3. Do I think it will? No. But could it? Yes. It's definitely in the realm of possibilities, especially with the roster that kinotech have tonight. Like, I saw this roster form before the SummerCup, and I think they did get a little bit unlucky, or rather another team in the top 4 got really lucky with their games. So it's a shame to see them seeded 4th and have to play Soufflé in the first round of playoffs, because there's no upper bracket, lower bracket in this SummerCup. It's just winner of the semifinals go to the grand final, loser is eliminated. Or goes to third place game. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I haven't been paying too much attention to the SummerCup, but either way, they are out. There's no second chance for them to get back into the final for another chance to win.
So it's straight up just single elim, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit tricky, and I do feel bad for them, because I think this team, I mean, they put up a very good show against Global Clan, I think is their name. Yeah, Global Clan. And then at 5 Ping Rockets, the team that seeded 2nd, didn't end up playing Global Clan or kinotech. They got very lucky with their draw. I think they definitely could have played them closely, but they didn't play them at all, so they got a very comfortable 2nd seed.
Well, there is the 3rd place decider, apparently. So regardless of, I'm going to mirror your prediction of 2-0 to Soufflé. I think it'll go to a 3rd map. But kinotech versus 5 Ping Rockets or Global Clan. I'll be interested. I think it'll come down to Rays and Dork and how they play together. They've got it's a really nasty scout combo. Matt's very experienced. I can't say how Meth plays, but going up against Soufflé, they just need to deal with Cookie, basically.
Yeah, I think if there was a team out of the other top 3 teams, that not counting Soufflé, out of the other 3 teams apart from Soufflé, I think kinotech is probably the team with the best chance to take a map off of them, honestly.
They feel like the most upset team, but almost the most tiltable. If this ends up in something like a 3-0 to Soufflé, on any of the maps, I don't see kinotech coming back in a way that Global Tech might be able to, just from the player mentalities.
Yeah, it's just tricky though, because I look at the rosters of these other 2 teams, and I just don't see the bang to possibly try and upset Soufflé, right? Good, clean play is not what will win you maps against Soufflé. Because Soufflé and Soiree, whatever version of this group of players you play against, their big strength is that they just play very clean, methodical TF2 when they're trying. right? And it's when I feel they get into that mentality of, okay, we don't need to worry about these guys. We can comfortably beat them. And they start to slip a little bit. And then you have that bang. You get in, you wipe them on a mid, roll around, then you gain your momentum that way. And of the other top 3 teams, kinotech has that in leaps and bounds. Players like Meth, like Raze, Connor Dork. Those 4 are all huge factors in terms of just firepower and just sporadic moments of brilliance. Not to kind of bring down Matt and Dogroll, but they are just too. And Matt especially, so experienced. He's got so many seasons under his belt, and Dogroll on the medic is just a very solid medic, one of the best in the country right now.
He grinded up, and it's paid off for him. Yeah, I think you're right. If kinotech can work off an opening and actually properly exploit it, then they can, as long as they can run with that for 10 minutes and then take some rounds, work through back, while Soiree have to recoup. I think I'm going to be interested to see how these gully mids go, because I don't know how Meth's going to stack up against Enrith. If Enrith is able to lock out all of kinotech and Meth isn't able to do the same, or they're just not able to shut down Enrith, then that could just be it.
Yeah, I think Meth is an interesting case. Over the past few seasons, I feel like he's really made a name for himself and kind of defined the way that he wants to play. Because I think, from what I've seen of him play, he's definitely at this point up there with Demomen, kind of I'd say deft. I'd say he's on a pretty similar level, just without the history that Deft has. So we don't know how he'll do going forward, in this cup and in the coming seasons. But the way that he's improved so far, I can definitely see him being someone who maybe in 2 seasons, 3 seasons, can be contesting Enrith if he gets the right opportunities. And a team like this is definitely a good opportunity. But right now, I think he's going to have to rely a lot on playing with his team to be able to put out the work, because he can definitely put out the same amount of work as Enrith. He just has to do it a little differently
to not get caught out. Yeah, Meth's, that's what I've noticed. He's a pretty he's good with 5s. He hits that kind of stuff. If he can be threaded through, and I mean that's what kinotech should be aiming for as well, to unseat Enrith.
It seems like chat might be in favor of our prediction being whispered in our ear that apparently 98% of you guys agree with us. That's that's kind of how it's looking, as we do have the first mid of the game, dubious.
Come on, prove him wrong, kinotech. Prove him wrong.
Yeah, we've got Meth getting out early, getting a good amount of damage onto Loud, but you've got the high bomb.
Oh, but that's not dead immediately.
No.
The high bomb from the soldier above, this can be a scrappy fight.
Yeah, but you've got Matt coming in. Matt, brilliant rocket onto Lau, will take him down at the very end. They will clean up Raze as well, and you've just got Meth dying at the end, but that is a very late medic pick that will actually end up being completely even because of how early Dogroll died. All of his players are on the same spawn wave as Lau. So,
it might make for a better post-fight, actually, if kinotech can get their resubs in and work it out. Because they might have, 15% ad based on respawn waves?
They won't know that, though. They'll think it's even.
Apparently, Dogroll is lagging, possibly?
Maybe we are seeing... Yeah, okay, we're seeing players... They're having some problems with server, so,
Did everyone remember to go offline?
Who knows? I think, yeah, okay, we're gonna have to delay this a little bit. I think players are going to look at setting themselves up with a new server.
Kinda lucky, I crashed on that mid as well.
Well, you know.
I saw the med death and then instantly crashed. Just kinda had to presume.
Yeah.
I think Dogroll would have picked up on the ad there. I feel.
The thing is, it was really tricky because Dogroll spawned... So Dogroll and then which soldier class? Doggerel and Down were on the same spawn wave, and then the rest of kinotech and Lao were on the next spawn wave. So Doggerel would have seen that a player spawned at the same time as he did, which was only 5 seconds before Lao spawned. So I think it's definitely like, I mean, if I'm in a position like that, like I'm not calling that as that. I'm calling it as even, because worst case scenario, the scout runs back and picks up the med and forward spawn, which is what happened, and that's a 15% ad. And when you're in your own last, which they were at that point because their entire team got the delayed spawn, it's just kind of tricky to push out. Like,
they'd have to
especially
set
on
up a
15
repush, and then
yeah.
Soufflé, Soiree can then say, they've got 15 ad, we don't enter lobby until we're at 100%. Because that's the only, like, if they're just on their last kinotech, then 15% ad is only pushable into lobby. But that's, I feel like that's how kinotech are going to have to play. Giving up no advantages, pushing forward, making sure they just take rounds. Respecting, but not giving too much respect. Because Soiree are, yeah, they're not the underdogs. Alright, we see this bomb. High bomb in again. Onto the medic. Okay. Doggerel's able to get through. Yeah, and now we're going to see a mid.
Yeah, let's have a look. Both medics have stayed alive at this point, but Doggerel has eaten a bit of damage, not opting for the pack just yet. He knows he's safe enough.
Connor goes down as well. Counterbomb in here from Soiree. kinotech are just going to have to leave now. They lost their scout. Soldier bomb was unsuccessful, and then that's locked out. Right, we'll catch the choke. And Soiree are just going to go Victor. This hold is... Oh, kinotech might get caught out here. They need to be really careful.
Doggerel.
Scout leaks through choke. Okay, they pick up Riot. Big door pressure's pincering them. But they hold it pretty well. Like, Soiree are going to have to back up and reset.
Yeah, no, they are definitely going to have to, and that is a much better situation for kinotech than it was on the first mid. They'll lose Dork to the... I'm going to just call it a sack. I don't think he'd be at the enemy big door if it wasn't a sack. But that's fine. You've got
they're just going to leave.
Jumping up top. Yeah, they're
leaking
going to have to...
Soldier scout into lobby behind.
Also, I'm going to mention something here. Connor and Raze have actually swapped.
Oh, really?
Connor's on Soldier, Raze on Scout. Yep. Yeah, which
so
I don't think changes much.
This double leak will let them pick up Connor. Silvo gets caught, but then Cookie will pick up Math. And that sort of trade is rough. The Ubers are exchanged here.
And Dork kind of making the sacrificial play, but I don't know that it
Dork's
was
bringing
really
the back.
worth it.
Doggerel will just be able to get out through main. This is going to be a loss for kinotech. Soldier do... Ooh, Matt will beat Mr... Who is that?
I think that is Down.
Yeah, it's Down.
Yeah. So, what do we got? We have even Ubers. And you see Soufflé here, they're not doing anything too risky. They're going to wait for the demo to spawn. I imagine they probably wait until... Yeah, Down's just spawned. They're starting to move forward, but even Lau, he's taking it slow. They're going to take lobby control at the same time and just make sure nothing cheeky happens, because they know that Ubers are completely even here.
Yeah, clearing everything. They're setting up River. There's a sentry for Kino. No other off classes. Ubers are now gone.
Just the engineer up.
I think this is
I don't mind. Yeah, I think there's Riot going through. Oh no, he's just going to spam the gun actually. But he will get denied. Ray's doing a good job. He's eaten like 4 rockets. Ray's going to really need an arrow here.
That's rough. Okay, Riot will pick up Connor. Oh, and then they get the sentry. Okay, now the soldier's going to bomb it on point to sag, and they'll get a better Uber exchange. Yeah, Uber's first forced for Kino. They're able to pick up the flank players trying to go point. But Soiree haven't popped. They're going to just rush in. Sticky's on point, Soldier's on behind, Scout cleanup, and that's just a round. Initial pick, spam sentry, jump Soldier behind for chaos, Uber advantage, or better Uber exchange. Clinical.
Yeah, and there's we go on to the second mid, Soufflé, turning what was a better mid for Kino than the first mid into a round fairly quickly, down fast
He'll
bomb
go for
onto Meth.
Oh, but Meth is just gonna live. Nice
I
one,
like
man.
the diversion.
And Enrith goes down. Connor's able to pick up Enrith. That's the pick they need.
I really like the diversion onto Meth there instead of going for the medic. I think at that point Doggerel knew and was putting himself into a position to not get caught there. But with Enrith going down along with Down, that
decision shift, yeah.
I think that's gonna set them up for a good attempt at a second cap here. You do have Soufflé though, they've leaked Silvo behind. He's sitting in choke right now, and with where the kinotech players have rolled out, no one has noticed him. Dog Roll is not looking behind him, does get forced right outside a lobby. And that is...
Chicken, will get caught. That's a rough force.
Yeah, that couldn't have been at a better time. Right as Soufflé got their Uber, and you only lose one player, a scout for it, which on the defense doesn't really make for a whole lot. So... Soufflé, I imagine they just wait for Silver to come back and push this out, as they aren't even waiting clear on lobby as he spawns. Maybe what? Push through baby door here, or no? They're going through upper river.
Through river, yeah. Scouts hold a lead. All of kinotech are set up around choke here. They don't want to lose dog roll. They're just gonna set up like this leak. Dork's trying to go for a leak through main. He's gonna bring at least Enrith and Silver back.
Oh,
so that's good. Oh, that's a good force. Yeah, all of Kino out. Really solid play by Connor. They're gonna have like
so late.
80% advantage. Soufflé will get the second, but like, you got the ad.
I don't even think they will get a second. If I'm Kino in this situation, I'm just barreling straight through choke. You know, there's one soldier in front.
Now. Thought about it.
And yeah, you've got dog roll delaying. Dog roll used anyway.
Rough.
Ooh, yeah, got caught by a good rocket there from down, and as he was falling,
oh, they don't see the stickies. The stickies big door nearly pick up Connor.
Oh, no.
But this just means it's a recontest on second for Soufflé.
I think we just see the same thing again. We probably see Soufflé use their Uber out on the second and cap it. And then probably the same thing again. I mean, at this point, Kino isn't actually that far behind on their Uber. Only 50% disad. They will end up getting used on.
They pop through river. Connor will go down. Counts as force. But the scout's in choke. This is rough. They're rushing through. Good denial. Kino were able to keep their players up. Reset on mid, and we're going to see another stalemate. Well, no, not really. Another Uber exchange. It's going to be up to Kino to just work with this, make something happen.
Yeah, and see, if I'm in Kino's shoes right now, I want to try and push it through without using.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
I'd like to see them go big door and copy the same strats that Soufflé were using, leaking 2 players. They're through.
They're just in.
They just kind of walk through. They don't see a demo. They don't see Enrith, so they walk it successfully. Soldier trade, that's good.
And I think part of that is because of the failed
Do they go
flank.
right now? Yeah, for sure. Do they go right? No. Okay, Lao's gonna get Uber. There was a possibility of, I think, a 20% Uber advantage there. Raze cleans up a player. Dork's not in like the other position to take it. So we're just gonna see, I think someone's going for a sack.
They're in a tricky spot right now. They only just dealt with down behind, and Silver was still there. Silver and down went for that backup attempt when Kino pushed in. That's why it was so free for them. But right now, Silver's just stuck behind. Whereas, you know, if you're Soufflé here, you don't want to send in the sack until you know Silver is in a good spot. Instead, Dork's gone in, and this will probably open the door for them. But you've got Connor chasing the kill through under. Riot will die, and at this point, Silver's just realized he can just go for the back cap, bring the whole team back. Who needs one player where you can bring back 3 of them and pull Meth out of river? That has given Soufflé all of the room they want. They are going to poke into lobby a little bit here, but Cookie, very low, but Raze knows he can't chase through that doorway. And nothing else happens.
Good job by Silver, just to keep pushing players back. I don't know, it's hard if you're kinotech there. You've technically got a player advantage, and then you've got an extra one from a player being behind, but there's so many risks I think they just weren't willing to take.
Yeah, I think it is tough, right? Because it's Silver. If he finds his way onto your med, there is the full possibility that you could just drop, depending on your reaction time and the shots he hits. You know, like, it's definitely a force. If Silver finds his way onto your med in that situation, it's a force for sure. He'll hit the first meat shot, and the only medic who would probably drop to that is Lock.
We see a double player sack here. The rest of Soufflé is going to push out with it. Silver will go down, but look at this. Enrith's through lobby, taking river. Kino will all the way out. They're not even going to try to trade this Uber, and they're going to get forced for it by Riot. Oh, the kid play. Doggerel just surviving. 3 full rockets. It's going to be an advantage. Yeah, advantage Uber for Kino here. Soufflé just trying to exit. Enrith has set it up. And just Enrith's positioning there will cause the reset.
Yeah, locking out a choke. You've got Raze? What are you doing there, buddy? Those are 3 stickies on the ground.
That's
Don't be doing that.
They check sticks, get through. This is only This is equal Ubers, equal players. Enrith gets knocked and bowed. Kino could fight this, it's just a matter of who initiates first. Kino have their soldiers, Dork will go down there.
I think the thing is, Dork did enough on the flank to at least let them keep mid. You've got down, he's just gotten a free high jump in. Ends up going too
Soufflé
long
gonna walk
and then
through with the
coming short.
chaos.
Oh, that's too big though, both soldiers down.
That was really good by Kino just to kill. Yeah, Meth spamming choke and Connor killing right. That could have been so bad if they let Soufflé walk through. They're gonna meet them in choke, try to Uber exchange here. Really good positioning by Matt. Other soldiers bombing in, Connor's on bats. They're going for the double soldier. Yeah, they force. Full Uber advantage here for Kino. They're gonna sit back on mid, let scouts walk through. They want to get all the way out. Yeah, they don't want to 6 players up. You can't blame them.
I don't even think they should be holding this close to choke. They're not going to have soldiers up there.
They
They
want to
take
post
this
it
in.
Their wrist up waves are good. They're not. They killed both scouts.
Yeah, they managed to get scout soldier. They keep their med alive. It's very slight ad, and Lau is not healing, and it's actually found himself alone with Matt.
This is a weird fight.
Lau should die here if Matt doesn't beef, and he has not beefed at all. We'll get the kill. And this is okay. If you are Kino here, this needs to convert into a round.
100%. If you don't get a round off this, like that's almost it, right?
Yeah, like if you are given a completely free push. You have full Uber, like it's 60% ad. You have all of the time in the world to scout where they are. You can hear the gun being, you can see where it is. There's no rush here. And they only have the engineer. There's no way that they should be able to fail this. And if they do, well, they just, it's that, like you said, that's going to be it. If they don't win this one, they're not winning.
Yeah, they go launch pad. Oh, this denial.
And Meth
essentially
dies.
mid-air map. He gets caught behind the barrier. They've got good point pressure. The resubs are back through spawn. Good pick on Lau. Just making sure they get the med for that. Just dog roll.
And, well...
You think they gotta play point more?
I think Meth needs to not get caught in the sky by the Uber. Not by the Uber, by the gun.
So we can actually sticky last.
Yeah. It's... He jumped in, got floated by the gun, and that was his demise. Whether the fault is on him for jumping or on Dogroll for not flashing him soon enough, who knows? But he ate pretty much all of that gun until the other scout came into the Uber, and then just cratered. Oh no, he didn't crater actually, the gun killed him just before he could, but he would have cratered regardless.
Against the column, yeah.
Yeah, like...
So like, Groll couldn't get round to actually flash him?
Yeah, I know, it is tricky, but at the same time, it was so preventable. There are so many things that could have been done to prevent that from happening, and they didn't do or attempt any of them.
Soldier spam through main and then Uber shutter. Soldier spam through main and then even do the same Uber. Look, they're gonna go through big door with this.
Yeah, I think just not jumping Meth there, I think is the easiest one to fix.
Just walking through.
Yeah.
Because the sticky damage will still be the same. Enrith has sticked up little roller here. So the leak, the counter leak by Kino almost just doesn't work from the get-go. They lose Connor. Raze will get a good pick onto Silvo and choke. The teams are just holding close.
Look at Dork here, found all the way back in last by Cookie, will die for it. You've got Matt. Raze has actually played all the way through choke. Raze will die to the stickies as you've got both scouts down now for Kino.
Soldiers behind them.
Free jump
they just
right.
jump in. Oh, going for the soldier and winning, and then he craters, but if he had lived there, that would have been genius, because none of the other players could afford to shoot him.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be... those are heavy losses for the side of kinotech. They'll get Raze up for the second hold, but no soldiers. They probably can't hold it. Yeah, you've got Meth. He'll put some stickies down. Big door might get caught. Be careful. Does surf out the sticky and lives. But they've given up second and mid there in the space of about 20 seconds. Well, we'll have to see what they manage to do to try and hold last, because it's even Ubers. It's not the end of the world for them, as long as they can get a decent hold.
As long as the sentry works. But here's the thing. Yeah, okay, double soldier spam.
At this point...
And then they're going to leak both soldiers through under.
I don't know why Dork is up on Scout here. Honestly, Dork should have stayed on off-class. Pyro, heavy, anything. Dog roll found in spawn doesn't get forced, and they'll actually deal with both soldiers. So that's really good, but look at Silver's position. They are going to push off last, and they're going to get back up by Silver here. No one is on last. It is the freest back cap he's ever had because they have made such a blunder. It's just a matter of when Silver walks out, and that is the round. You didn't clear the first spot you should be clearing, which is secret.
I don't even think they could have considered him. I think they resubbed and were
no
there the entire time. The question, yeah, of course, you have to check it, but how did he actually get there? Was he in there the entire last?
He walked in through main, I'm pretty sure. Walked in through main, slipped in under, and they just weren't paying attention.
Yeah, just kind of a mistake in a way. A really punishing one. Riot will go down early on this mid, so that's an advantage for Kino. But they feel like they're losing the spam more. Counter soldier bombs here.
Yeah,
just
high bomb in.
Loud eyes
to Dork, just walking across the point, and he's all the way in with Meth while Dogroll is sitting at his own choke. 2v3 here, but with the amount of health on Raze, it's essentially a 2v1 right now, but the arrow's coming through.
Nice. Really good play there by Matt, I think. Yeah, Raze sort of got pushed really far forward. And Dogroll were risky, but works out for them.
Yeah, and okay. If the last push that they had was the one they needed to win, this is really the one they need to win. They have bigger ad. They have they had like 75% ad. It's off a last push, so there's not even any sliver of hope in this round. Riot is behind. They have player advantage pushing into last, and Riot hasn't been hurt, but he'll get found now. They realize he's behind. They just need to go through.
Trying to do a sentry. Scout will go point. The soldier deny. Rejump here is good. The Ubers are faded, and look at this position from Soufflé on last. Enrith is going to end up underneath point, but these three picks by Matt,
they're all on point.
leading them, keeping height, just bowing their soldiers, re-jumping in, and that attrition game will work. Soufflé almost played the quick game, and Kino played full attrition, and it worked for them really, really well. 1-2. Let's go.
1-2 with a roll round coming up from Kino, so they won that one. They managed to do it. They realized they had the player behind, so they just kind of dealt with him. One player down on the last is enough, as they will kill down immediately. Meth will die to the bomb in from Riot, as Riot will fall Enrith as well. Only losing Connor for that pick, and both scouts so low. Cookie barely escapes with his life. They're getting 2 arrows from Lau to survive. And Matt will peek choke a little bit, realize it's not worth it because there are 2 insects buzzing around Lau. And yeah, that'll be a second mid in a row for Kino.
No demo for either team. That was a really good mid as well. Just to immediately step forward, and I could definitely feel the sort of unseating by Soufflé. They'll be discussing the last, maybe. Equal overs here. It's a good mid, but no full ground gain yet. I'm hoping Kino watch drop down this time. Don't make the same mistake.
Yeah, I think at this point they know Dogroll's a good enough medic to where as long as there is a scout up, he shouldn't get forced in that situation. Unless it's just a nasty rocket from down. But the way that they're holding right now, they're doing a double soldier choke, so I don't think they'll see anyone sack.
So this is the level that Soufflé's on at the moment. Their preferred way to push this point, equal Ubers, is to leak 2 people in the lobby through Little Door. And then they both go river and kill whoever's on bats. That's what they've done before. We're going to see a 2-player sack in here, I think. Or just some pressure. Both Connor and Dork will go down. So, but given that, that's how Soufflé want to push into second here. So, given that, Enrith puts stickies exactly where they would lose to that strategy. And then both soldiers hold choke. So not only are they have their best strategy, and then they actively try to play against that strategy as well, even if Kino don't take it. Because they just got locked off in Big Door. Like, they were able to get, what? That was player advantage pressure. And somehow it ended up with Kino getting onto their second from pushing second.
But look at Connor's position here. In drop down. If he goes up now, he'll get loud. If he goes up now, he'll get loud. And he finds one rocket on the loud, goes up for the second, and he'll whiff it. Connor, no.
Oh, that's rough.
Okay, but that will probably buy them enough time to kite Doggerel in spawn and get the Uber here. They're at 85, and they're coming straight through. They only have a few seconds left until they have Uber, but they need to keep players alive. Raze and Doggerel, the only ones up now. They have the full Uber, and they will use it. Does he save Matt? He does save Matt. Perfect timing on that. Matt, he's actually staying in, though. If he gets shot once, he's expecting an arrow that he's not getting at all. Oh, no.
Yeah,
oh, no, Matt. He needed an arrow there so bad, but I definitely understand why he didn't get one. And that will be 3-1 in favor of Kino. And, sorry, it's 3-1 in favor of Soufflé, not Kino.
The decision to go race up there and die, like, because you telegraph that you're weak, or just to stand there on 9 HP and presume the scout can't shoot you, it's a hard call.
Yeah, I think he was definitely just expecting the arrow, though. Although, speaking of an arrow, no one's going to be getting one on the side of Kino, as down went up, dropped down, and was in choke before Doggerel could get there. So he's just eaten a rocket to the face, and that'll be a total collapse. Lau will stay alive.
That was a sick fight.
No.
Picking up Math and then just meeting Matt.
How long will it take for Raze to die? I don't think he gets a kill here. No.
I think I'll go for it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing that situation, but Soufflé, they are very good at dealing with that.
Just poking in. That was so close to being a disaster for Soufflé. Because they're almost able to walk into lobby through under, behind all their players, but... Right, caught him out. We're gonna see the last push in here. Dealt with Sentry, then they move it through. They're gonna lock off spawns before trying to cap. This might be their downfall. They've got the player advantage. Resubs are in for Kino. But Riot will... Okay, that's a good 2k by Riot. Just a beam scout.
It's 4-1. This a bit more of the Soufflé that I was expecting here in these past kind of 5 minutes or so, rolling rounds pretty quickly.
I actually don't feel like... I think kinotech have tilted just from that, like, last. I can almost, like, hear Matt screaming at Doggerel about the bow. Let's hope.
Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope not. You've got Down going for more plays here. He's actually ended up... That's the enemy big door. Big bomb on the Doggerel. Oh, but that's the wrong side of it.
Lau kind of just surfed into Kino's big door twice.
Oh.
In a way that he most definitely... He was bombed by both soldiers. Should have died, 100%.
Is he gonna live?
He's gonna live.
They need to get out of here. Like, Connor and Doggerel are coming.
Come on, Riot.
Look, Matt, why aren't they on choke? And Lau gets the use off, and they'll come into mid. Down is here. Oh no! Is they gonna win this mid?
They're gonna win this mid.
Oh no! They did it.
Somehow Lau just slips away.
It's a little redeemable. Kino at least have a slight Uber advantage. I doubt they'll push it. It's only actually it's 25% now. I look at it. They probably have a rough idea on it being that, but they just don't want to hold second here. They'll give it up, and I understand, but at the same time, I think at this point in the game, they've kind of conceded this map. The fact that they didn't hold second there, they're not going to try anything. They're just
they're not willing to, take risks in that way. Because with 7 minutes on the clock, they want to push now. They've pushed now and they've forced early. Pick up Riot, but Lau's already out, choke on 92%. This Soldier Bomb is key. Damage on Earth. Those are too much. Counter Uber's popped. No, they were just too late, just by a hair's breadth. And they get back capped.
Right, kinotech, what are you doing?
That was a 20-second late push.
That was a forever late hold. I don't see why they gave up second there. I'm really being honest. They had Uber advantage. There was not a player disadvantage. They just decided to play passive.
Yeah, and tried to re-push it. And that was the mistake. And Doggerel just goes down to down. That's... Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 3k.
Yeah.
2v3.
But I don't think... Like, the thing is, it's a scout v scout versus... scout v scout, scout v scout, but two of the scouts are the medic. So there's no situation in where Dork wins this. Even in the one-on-one against Silvo, he's got Cookie to back him up. It's, the way it goes, these players, they know how to play off of their medic, and the medic knows how to play with them. So,
pretty much.
Yeah, I imagine we'll probably be seeing a 6th and final round coming out from Soufflé here. It's just a matter of when, as Connor on the sniper is going to slow them down.
They're on bats here. Soufflé gonna... I think they're just going to get round choke, yeah.
Yeah, they've done a good job of pushing him out and playing the positions that he can't see. And are they using into last? Yeah, they're already in. Gun Pyro to deal with, but the sniper's up. But Dogroll will die? Oh, that's disgusting.
That pistol by Cookie was insane. Like, Enrith was dropped in that Uber to the sentry, or like the last fade, but for them to pick up Dogroll was heartbreaking.
Yeah, and he was in spawn door on single-digit health. One pistol bullet found him. He was so close.
It's gonna be basically what, 60% advantage here for Soufflé. They're gonna wait for their players, recoup.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna what? They'll bomb a soldier before ever daring to Uber in.
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me if they just jump in with the Uber. They're bringing the players forward in lower lobby of Dork. Is this a shutter? You need to keep Enrith alive. They will. Imagine arrow Enrith and go.
Probably.
Yeah, they go on the pad.
They're going launch pad. And he doesn't jump this time. Yeah, that's the key. Enrith doesn't jump there when Meth did. And that's what gives them the better post position of this Uber.
Yeah,
and they're just gonna clean as a ball. Look at this ball play. That's disgusting.
Note to Demoman. You don't need to jump in every Uber. There are maps where you should. Like Snake Water. Sometimes Process is worth it if they're far away. If you jump on this is Gully Wash. If you jump on Gully Wash, it's almost never worth it. You can shoot anywhere on the point from anywhere. Learn from Enrith, or learn from Meth's failure, whichever one you want to take. Jumping isn't always the best thing to do. You can cover space otherwise. Sticky go very long, and Demo Man can run moderately speedy.
Looking at a 31-5 by Cookie. Top damaging, just 30 damage above Meth. So Meth was the highest damage for his team, just out damaging Enrith as well.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like Meth can do so much. Like I said before the game, like he's a really good demo when his team can get behind him and make that space. It's just, what do you do against Soufflé? Like what do you do against them? There's almost nothing. And the thing is, the damage for these two teams is really close. There's only 600 damage separating them in a 6-1. That is rare to see.
What's that like? Yeah, it's only like 600 damage.
Yeah, it's 600 damage. It's what, like 120 damage per player short. You know, like they were doing the damage in these fights, and a lot of their players, like, I mean, Matt out damaging the counterpart soldier on his side, Meth out damaging the countering demo. Silvo had a fairly low damaging game, but kind of made up for by Cookie. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But even then, the flank scout of who was flank scout? Dork. Yeah, about the same. So I mean, there were some players who did a lot better. See Cookie for Soufflé, but then there were players who did better. See Matt for kinotech, and it's just, yeah, I think Soufflé overall just kind of made better decisions through the game. I think that's really what it came down to. They made better decisions on when to push, when to hold.
The key decision difference I saw mainly was that Soufflé never went for just an Uber trade. They always tried some sort of play first. If the enemy team had a sentry, they would try to spam it out, or they would initiate something in order to get an advantageous Uber advantage, Uber trade. And kinotech, I think the only true push they had onto LARP, they had a couple through River. They went straight through River without doing anything, just Uber out of nothing, and then they went through Launchpad, Uber out of nothing, and both times the sentry completely destroyed them. I think kinotech have got to maybe start thinking a little. That's where Soufflé is kind of going. They're using Ubers in this kind of really positional way, especially considering that you know, the Uber out in, back up, Uber out back, in, back to mid, Uber out again, push back. That's Soufflé to a T, I think, and that those kind of situations only happen when they play the way they play, which is winning. My STV is also not working.
Me too. Me too. And I have a feeling that the map that we're going into, I know why.
Process?
Yeah, but not just process. This is process
F7.
F7. Hang on. Hang on a minute. We are definitely active in Team Fortress 2. Trust us. We have all of the maps that are being played. Yes, yes, yes. On a completely unrelated note, I'm going to post a link so we can download it.
Cool.
Don't know why I would be doing that, because we definitely have the map. But there it is. I've been told that maybe they just killed the server. So, okay, cool. Not our problem. Fingers crossed.
New server. Take a few minutes.
Yeah. Let kinotech reset.
In which case, I will get some more water.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that was about what I was expecting from from that game. 6-1 makes sense. The damage being close definitely was something unexpected. I think it just came down to, at the end of the day, Soufflé just cleaning their fights up better. They played the fights better, so they could convert that damage into kills, into fights, points, and then rounds, which is something that a lot of teams just struggle to do against Soufflé. It's not a particular failing of the other team. It's more of a strength of Soufflé that they put themselves in a position where it is very hard to do that against them. Welcome back. I was just saying that Soufflé is good at the game. Wow, tell me something I don't know.
Straight up. I think it was interesting as well. It kind of, I don't know whether it mirrored our predictions or not, but Soufflé had the initial, they had the best mid at the start, and then they had the best mid, and then they reset. And then they got 2 rounds convincingly, played their game. Kino found an advantage, pierced it, and then it took at least a solid 5 minutes for Soufflé to kind of rework out what they wanted to do. They lost the mid immediately after. And but then when they were able to refine their footing and push into kinotech and win a last that they maybe shouldn't have, then that was it for kinotech. And then every round after that was just a roll.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said at the start, if you when you're in a position where Soufflé, they know they don't need to take you seriously, not as like a BM to any of the teams. They just know they maybe don't need to put in 100% into the game to secure a win. Which against a team like this, I mean, again, not out of any disrespect to the players of kinotech, but there is a sizable gap as shown by the game.
The stress is high.
Exactly. Like Soufflé can come into this game going, okay, if we have a slow start, so be it. As long as we don't get rolled in 10 minutes, which it's not going to happen. It doesn't really happen at this level, especially in playoffs. They can be confident that won't happen. So they know if they have a slow start or even a poor start, where they're just not winning rounds at all, they can kind of, get their heads in the game, play safe, and they'll end up coming out on top.
Like the scout positioning at Gullywash Choke when it was, it was just Raze and Dork, and Silver watched Elbow, and Cookie watched the other side, Big Door side, and I just stood between them, and that was it.
Yeah, they know how to play the game. So you need to be beating them on a fundamental level to have a chance of kind of really making something happen. Now, I actually don't know what's different in this version of Process, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a fly around and see if I can spot anything, or maybe if our glorious producer wants to tell me anything. I see the slopes on last, so that's nice. Nice little slopes up on the side of last point instead of that clunky pipe generator thing. So that's a nice quality of life thing that they've added.
Clutter removed?
I'm not seeing much else. I'm not gonna lie. Is that really it? I'm being told lies by our producer here, but it's fine. I won't expose him. Yeah, I know. That's all that I can see right now. Nothing visually. Maybe some hitbox thingies, but I can't see that in STV because I'm not a magician.
I just want to note as well, my favourite play from that Gully Wash game was both of kinotech soldiers bombing Lao, him surfing the first one, then surfing the second one into the enemy big door. And as that happens, Down just bombs in and immediately kills Doggerel. It was almost effortless.
Yeah.
They tried so hard.
Yeah, as we've just had a lovely producer pull up, you can see those lovely slopes. Anyone who's played Process, which is probably everyone who's played competitive TF2 because it's Process, everyone loves the map for some reason. Yeah, you've got those nice slopes instead of the janky pipes and whatever the hell is on the side of them. Pipes that go to nowhere. Because there's nothing underneath those generators on the side either, so who knows? But either way, they are gone. Or at least made redundant with a nice shiny glass. Very shiny, I can see the reflection of the map in it. Goodbye frames.
Riot's asking for a possible map delay until tomorrow.
Huh? I mean, it's definitely possible. I think they have until they have until late this week to play the game. I think Friday. I think they have until. I thought the kind of like schedule or like the period they need to play is Monday to Friday each week. I could be wrong on that, but. Oh, I'm being told that I'm completely wrong. Oh, I'm completely wrong. So apparently today is actually the last day that they can play it, and then the grand finals are to be played from tomorrow until another day. So,
they're gonna have to play it, yeah.
If the other team says no, then they're gonna have to play it, yeah. So there we go. We have it ready up. Okay. Quick predictions. Dubious, hit me with it.
3-2 to Soufflé.
Ooh, 3-2. I like that one. I am gonna go. I think 2-1. 2-1 to 2-1 to Soufflé. I think in Golden Cap as well, because Process is slow. As we do have the first mid, Meth coming up on the right hand side gets the small pack instead of the big one, and we'll have to shoot some sticky. Yeah, he's actually got a really passive position, but Meth's health is in the bin.
Oh, Down just completely directing Raze out of existence. He's now behind Rock. They're not dealing with him. Doggerel's just by himself. Look, Keno have the picks, they have the player advantage, they're walking across point, and they just completely forget their own medic exists.
Yikes. Yikes, guys. You didn't even kill Lau. That's so not worth it. Okay, sorry, can I change my prediction 5-0 to Soufflé? If I was Doggerel in that situation, I'd make that prediction right there and then. God damn.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit. Oh, for the hole in the trap.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, maybe I'd be fixing the hole in the hardwood table then, but still, that's yeah, that's a bloody mouse hand right there.
That's some carpenter brutality. Come on, sack in, chill out. You have some free time here. You're not going to push out. They resub. Come on, sack 2. Oh, they're not going to.
Sack 3. Sack Doggerel.
They could have actually just Xeno-fed straight into last, and it probably would have been beneficial to them. Only 3 players up. Like, they force the Uber, and then there's no way Doggerel can get punished as long as he plays like safe. But look, Keno, I think they're happy with how they've just played. I think they're kind of like, this is into their momentum. They're gonna be like, yeah, we can fucking do this. Hell yeah. So they're gonna chill and just reset and make sure that they take this correctly. We have to see a spy. Riot's gonna go spy.
Apparently, Lau maybe didn't realize that they had Follett. He just asked in chat if they had Uber, and when he was told no, he went, oh.
The enemy team forgot about Doggerel too.
Who knows? But all I know is that Keno have just lost 3 to a gun, a spy, and a demo man at all different points on the map, but all at the same time. So you know, that's nice, I guess, for Soufflé, because that's just how things work for them.
It's pretty power. Are they just gonna get a free mid off this? Kino is set up.
Surely not a free mid.
Soufflé that wants to bomb. Okay. No, neither soldier wants to commit yet. Ubers are exchanged on point. Flanks are just gonna back up, play passive. Demerman. Enrith gets to stay out of this. Mef doesn't. Oh, but this position from Kino's better post. As long as they keep this high, they pick up Riot. And
yeah,
now
they're in a much
Soufflé's
better position to get healed.
Really good Uber there from Kino. And they lose Connor to it.
They're not healthy though. He's had to fall back onto point. He is regenning now, so a soldier down a piece, but nice silver kill. Good stuff from Doggerel, and that's going to open up the map bomb, and he'll find Cookie.
Very nice. There was a counter bomb there from down as well, landing directly on Doggerel's head, and he was just killed in time.
Although look at this.
Equal players.
Yeah, but the health on Cookie is so bad. Enrith probably thinks he's got a bit more with him here. He's rotated up to door too. And does manage to combine with his team again. Slight Uber advantage. Connor's gonna... Oh, will he find Cookie here? He definitely could. But he's just focusing... He's too hard, too tunnel visioned on the medic. That could have turned really well. If he had realized the health... Yeah,
would have been a better
huge.
Uber. Playing Roma too much of it. Oh, I'm gonna get mad. If he'd killed the scout there, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been... That seriously probably would have been a fairly confident win in the push for kinotech. But they're going to come in anyway. Play the player advantage with Connor doing the fast rollout now is coming through choke... no, not coming through choke. He'll go through IT, so it's really going to negate the advantage they have. And with Raze going down, Doggerel will get Uber. It's not great. No scouts. It's processed. Doggerel dies here, 100%. Oh, wait, he doesn't. He doesn't have a scout to live.
Good escape.
Oh, they're not.
They were able to deny the Emirates jump. That was key.
Down's in though. Down's in. Oh, actually,
they're gonna keep rolling choke. They're not even. They're gonna wait for the cap. But Kino get to set up. Yeah, okay. Kino have successfully reset up 1 second, and now Soufflé will cap.
Yeah, it's not too bad the Doggerel got out there. He definitely. I think he should have been dead. They probably should have put a bit more pressure onto him. Because without scouts, it's a fairly free push. But
Enrith got denied in the air. That was why I feel.
I think just both soldiers, I think, could have done it. Because it was just down alone, and he put him onto fairly low health. If another soldier was going through choke, I think it would have been fairly good. But that's going to be Enrith dying.
That's a really interesting break in the fan pressure. Soufflé going to try to get out. Oh, they're just able to get out of Sewer there. That could have been rough. Kino want to work this. 10% Uber dis. Don't think either team realizes. Lau gets spammed. Lau's just gonna reset. And what could have been a really interesting Uber chase, I think it's just gonna... Yeah, we see the soldier sack. Down will go down. Reset.
Yep, the good old process reset. One team has mid, the other has second, and we wait for magic to happen.
Mef wants to rub his hands together, make a little bit of fire, but Soufflé aren't gonna poke it. They ain't gonna make kindling. Enrith setting up to do the same. They have to a lucky pipe, or a good soldier bomb. Or Kino feeding too much in IT. We'll see the soldier bomb. Fake initially, into sewer.
Oh, here it comes.
There is an IT push here. Yeah, Silver's into IT. The bomb's through. Mef will go down, that's demo. They can win spam one now. Soufflé want to work with their scout. Oh, the early pop. They drop Cookie. This could be a better Uber still. Silver's behind them though, picks up Connor. That's the issue. Dork's able to get a good amount of frags. They're gonna chase all the way back through IT. Okay. Soufflé just out. Full Uber advantage. Just playing smart.
They need to play point here. They need to
they
play
let the soldier on
here.
them. That's forced.
They could have just gotten point. They could have played height and capped and had mid control right now. Instead, the Uber gets to come out and nothing will happen at all. The bomb from Dork. No, sorry, that's not a bomb. The walk-in from Dork as Raze just gets a bit pooed on.
Completely deleted.
Yeah, that was gross. That was really gross. But they just kind of, they just forfeited the mid by not even pressuring the cap. They'd play right. Who cares if you're Ubered this sad? Or who cares about anything when you lose both soldiers in the blink of an eye right before you lose second? This is... I don't know, I want to see Kino's last defense here. Are they going to have anything worth putting up if they even have their players up in time?
Soldiers already in heaven. Soufflé are just in. Lao gets caught. The spam war is fought on point. It's favoring Soufflé. Just 2 soldiers now, and that's it.
Yeah, Dork going for the flank at the wrong time there. Found himself in lobby as Soufflé was in his own heaven.
Doggerel died. Lao survived, and then that's all that mattered to Soufflé. And even they almost couldn't. They couldn't get into choke and actually force him at the right time, even with like a good bomb by Matt. But we'll see this mid. No initial aggression so far. Demo's playing back. Gout's taking high. We see a soldier bomb. High bomb from down. Counter bombs in from Kino's soldier. Matt will go down. Oh, all of Soufflé on the right side here. Pressuring through the kit. And they're just gonna start taking this ground. Cookie jar. 2 scat picks though. Enrith and Riot go down. Soufflé look at their players. They say yeah, nah. Really good mid there.
Yeah, playing the way it needed to be played, and with Demo down, I definitely understand the push from, the lack of a push from here. English is dying in my brain. I like the decision to call off the push there. Spawners are coming in, you're fighting from the low ground there on second, even Ubers. It's just not worth it at that point. Just play the slow trade. You're on mid, so you have the advantage.
They're learning from their mistakes.
Yeah. As down tries to touch the sky, but there's an invisible box stopping him from getting there. Guys, help. This isn't like real life at all.
What's real life? I live in Melbourne.
Yeah, what is outside? I don't know what the sun looks like.
High bomb in here from Matt. Close. We'll just surf it. Counter bomb from down's denied. Oh, we see the Kino pressure. Oh, very nice. Riot going a little bit too far there. Caught out by scouts. And it looks like Dork wants to leak from this. This is Kino's time to kind of push. He'll get seen and he backs out from it. However, this is the space they need. Soufflé force first. Mess just out of that Uber. Soldiers behind. Soufflé are getting able to set up on point again. Not enough position taken by the Uber. It's going to be another reset.
Yes.
Connor's getting pounded this game.
He is. He's having a rough time on the flank, and I mean, how are you meant to have a good time when you're against Silvo and Riot? You know, like, how is that a good time when you're a Roma, especially on process? You know, like everything just falls apart.
Have Raze shoot him from Mavs sticky him.
Yeah.
That was the IT fight. Down's just gonna go straight in. Body block. Nice pick from F into Riot. Double soldier bombs. Yeah, completely denied. Do Kino work off this?
I don't think they do. Maybe a sack themselves, but even then I think it's risky.
They could slow roll it. There's no jumps for them to have to deal with, but they're taking too long.
I think they also realise that they are at an uber disadvantage there.
Oh shit, true. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's rough. They'll go to the double soldier rollout for sewer, but they'll find no one there, so they'll abort it. As now the pressure coming in, really brilliant jump coming in from down, right onto Doggerel to get the force while he is completely alone. He will reconvene with the scout while the rest of his team has decided to sacrifice their lives. And when I say the rest of the team, I mean literally all of them. Doggerel has no one to heal apart from a single soldier right now, as his scouts are just going whee to the other team.
Oh, Ray's just completely fucking... That's a seppuku and a half. Just double jumping out of sewer, straight into choke, into 2 stickies.
Yeah, it's yeah. No, I'm not gonna say anything more about that. That would be a second hole in the disc from me, though.
There just needs to be one more soldier in Kino's fights. Soufflé are able to get their soldiers in when they need. And Kino, I wonder whether Connor needs to stop jumping as much as he is and like waiting for the aggression calls.
Yeah.
Oh, we see the bomb in. Connor, Midi and dead.
Oh no.
And now the spam war's gonna win. Yeah, Soufflé's just gonna take spam war.
They'll have Uber for last, but will they have a Meth for last? The answer is no. Down shids and buds on Meth, as he will fall and the Uber gets traded by door 1.
Pick up down. Good flank fight. All of Soufflé just want to work in through this 5. Okay, Ryan might go down.
Yeah,
2 scouts and a beam, but yeah, it's just like if Riot or Down are in, then that clump of players, whoever they're shooting, is just gonna get steamrolled in 2 seconds. And I think whether it's the DM advantage that allows them to kind of push players out to the point where they can't DM fight properly, and soufflé can, I don't know, but
Down's just got mess number on these mids. It's not good, as that's going to be the opening pick for them. They'll only lose their soldier for it. Connor lands on Lau, does get a good amount of damage, but Matt landed elsewhere, will die to the scout of Cookie, but Cookie and Silver will both fall to Raze, who will die to Riot, who will die to Dork. Now we're in a 2v2, Scout Demo versus Scout Medic, but Down is here to distribute some explosive patriotism as he'll combine with Enrith onto Dork, which will lose them the mid.
Dork thought they'd over that, I think, based on that position. I think they should have as well. Dogrol's only on like... Yeah, he was only on 70. Lau lived as well.
Yeah. At least it's even open, and they'll... I mean, they probably didn't even realise it's only just evened up now, but that works in favour of kinotech here. They have 16 minutes for, I mean, at least 2 rounds to push it to Golden Cap.
High bomb in. 2 soldiers. No Balkan yet. soufflé don't want to commit to this.
Dogrol is used on last to Down on absolutely no. He surfed into lobby and no one came after Down until it was too late. So we're just going to see the sewer push here, and Lau's not even going to use through the door. He's just going to wait, clear the sticks, and this will probably be an Uber into last. They'll lose Enrith.
I like that.
Yeah, it's probably the second best thing you can wish for there. The other being a force or a kill on the medic.
And it's Matt's experience showing as well, when you consider the previous bomb by Connor, hitting a direct on Cookie and then going for the med. Matt knew he couldn't get Lau there and was just content with the Enrith pick, because they're going to have no demo for this. They deal with the sentry in this last, and they get the other demo, but like, the Uber's faded, Kino have a heavy, however the soldiers are too much, and they're not able to re-get onto point. Yeah. Scouts didn't die, play point, soldier bombing makes it impossible to recontest, and this is going to be a 5-0.
Yeah, I'm glad I changed my mind, hey. That's a hole in the desk leads to a 5-0.
Shit.
It's, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what Meth can do, but I have a feeling that Down, he's coming for, no, never mind. He'll just trade for Connor instead, right next to Meth.
Good exchange.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Roma for Roma, and you're the one that made the aggression. So, we'll see what happens here. Dork is eating a lot of damage up top, and Cookie is so
Kino
far
need to play right side.
Yeah, they just need to take their own ground.
soufflé just kind of play the spam game, and then, yeah, Raze will go down.
Oh!
That's it. It's all shit.
Like, can we just FF?
I think the fat lady is officially singing.
Oh no, Dogrol 98, 99, and he dies on 99! The fat lady is screaming. Let alone singing. Screaming, let it end.
I'm dead. Yeah, this is this is over, man. I want to see some sniping. Yeah, Raze is on sniper. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is how you know it's over. This is how you know it's over. Raze on sniper. Let's see, drop him. No. Didn't drop him.
Washed.
Come on, don't sit in the spawn door. Don't sit in the spawn door, Raze.
At least poke the angle onto lobby.
Come on.
No, they just pop straight through.
Nothing.
Come pick a scout.
Boo. Boo. They're just not contesting point until it's very, very capped. Only 1 kill, but a lot of damage coming out now. Doing well to keep these arrows up for his own team, but in the meantime, Silver and Riot have gotten behind and they'll deal with absolutely everyone. 4.
Riot never got shut down in heaven.
Yeah, he did so much.
That was it.
How long do you think this round lasts?
What's the minimum amount for a round on process?
Ooh, minute 15-ish?
That.
Okay, wow, okay. Let's see then. Will it be a minute 15? I think it'd probably be around like 2 maybe-ish. Who knows? But we'll see, mid's already underway and nothing has happened yet. Down has gone forward and will eat so much damage, but he will find the luckiest rocket of his life onto Raze, who will die.
Riot exchange.
Yeah, but that's definitely in favor of Soufflé.
Sure.
Definitely in favor, especially since Matt dies not getting an arrow there.
The soldier behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt not getting bows at the proper time and then them dying to down. Oh, nice pick by Dog Roll.
Yeah. Put onto down, and Dork whiffing everything. Lau was so low there, if only he knew. And Lau, with the balls of a mammoth there, had Uber, had his whole team there. He was on like 20 health, but just didn't use. He knows it probably doesn't matter all that much.
Pushing the risk.
Yeah,
and this is the comfort zone, yeah.
Yeah. They know what they can do.
Dork heavy, Raze Sniper. I'm sad they've only started off classing in this way now.
Come on, Raze. I want to see it. He's sitting in spawn again. I don't like
looking
this.
at 5. He's got to have the lobby angle. And they just pop straight through every time. Same Ubers, he...
Yep. Nothing.
Soufflé know how they want to play against the sniper.
Yeah. And they even managed to push the heavy away from the point with the surf. I doubt it was intentional from either side, but you know, Riot or Taunt on the point. That is the L for kinotech 5-0 in 19 minutes.
G.
Well,
G. Holy damn.
Yeah, Soufflé, they found the rhythm. And let's see how long that final round.
Something else I want to note. Down is always the first soldier to jump in every one of those process mids. Did Kino win a single mid? I think the closest.
They won the first 2.
Yeah. Whatever Soufflé shifted up just kind of worked. Whether it was, I think it was the pressure on the height, but like.
I think it was the pressure on the Meth.
Yeah.
Meth was dying a lot on those last 3 mids. Like, I think nearly every mid he died on those last 3. Down just started going for him instead of the medic.
That was what they needed.
Yeah, he made the decision. I think he went for Meth on all of them, but the second to last one where he traded with Connor instead.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's you know, he did what he needed to do. I'm actually curious how many kills onto the demo he got. Down 2, Riot 3. So. Well, that is nearly just shy of half of Meth's deaths to the soldiers.
I mean, it works. If it works, you know, like Connor and Matt weren't really bombing in the same ways, I guess, or in a lot of ways. I don't think Raze and Dork shot down as much as they could have or should have.
Yeah,
that one where he was able to sort of jump at choke mid-maf and then got completely ignored.
Yeah, I think it is definitely a situation of. I think it's definitely a situation of could have though. Like there's only so much that you can do against a team like Soufflé, and I think coming into this game, you know, like you're never giving up before the game starts, but you know in the back, like the chance of us winning this, it's not great. You know, play our game and just see what happens is essentially the best that, you know, a lot of teams can ask for in situations like this. And I think they did that. They played their game. You know, it's unfortunate. I'm going to be real. I'm not too sure why they went with process. They had 2 bans that they could have just, you know, changed up and not went with. And what did they ban? Kinotech banned product and record. So I mean, I don't know if those bans are probably just because they're not confident with them.
It would be Viaduct Risk, even though they have like Raze Sniper.
But even that, if I'm on that team, if I'm on Kinotech, product for sure. Like sure, Soufflé is going to be good at product, right? But product is a map where it's a very, very simple map. It's play point and win. You know, there's not all of this, you know, kind of phase play of the CP maps and all the kind of micromanaging of the flank and combo and how they're going to push in at the right timing to connect and find the good kills that, you know, like these long-lasting teams like Soufflé will have down to essentially muscle memory across all 6 of their players. You can just play on a map where everyone can see everything. Your whole team can take fights at the same time and place.
I think that would benefit Soufflé more than Kino, maybe. But
I think it would, yes, but I think there's more of a benefit for Kino there than there is on Process.
I guess so. If they weren't shooting people they couldn't see, then just have it so you can always see them.
Yeah, it's an easier map overall. Yeah. Like it's benefits for all teams, but I'd say that Soufflé are probably better on they're probably better on Process than Product. I'd say Soufflé, quite possibly. They don't play Product a whole lot. It's not really picked in the best of threes or the best of fives for Grand Finals.
I think Enrith asked if they could play Product, and then Kino immediately banned Product. Whether or not that was just a Giga Rain play or not, I don't know. But
who knows?
Reckon would have been, I think, an unknown as well. If you're the underdog,
yeah, and that was the last ban. Like they could have done something else there and just floated it. Yeah,
could have just flipped the pig straight up. I guess having watched that game, I think I don't know whether I'm necessarily disappointed in Raisin Dork, but I think as the game initially started and they were on point and they were thinking about a lot of things really well. But what I noticed is as the game progressed, Raisin Dork stopped shooting things they needed to shoot and started chasing frags in ways that felt like that was the stress getting to them, thinking that like they had to do everything and push forward and hit all that kind of stuff. And I don't think Cookie ever thinks that way, based on how he plays. He's so content to just sit and not die. And also make sure Lau doesn't die. And that's the kind of, I think if you're going into a game as an underdog and you have that mentality at the back of your head of you're probably going to lose, then going back to team play instead of trying to play your best individually is probably better. Because if you just think, I just have to play my best and then I can own them, kind of just sets you up for failure against a team like Soufflé.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. You just need to go in, play together, play as a team, play your own way. I think that's just kind of the way you need to do it, and even then, there's no guarantee that it works. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say.
Yeah, me too. This is SummerCup 2021, semi-finals of Division 1. Kinotech vs Soufflé. Soufflé taking Gullywash, 6-1? And then a 5-0 on Process. I've been Dubious, joined by the wonderful co-caster Michael. And Grand Finals are... Wait, what date was that, Connor? Between Tuesday and Thursday, Grand Finals will be on for the SummerCup. I think the other semi-final game's going on now, so yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for joining us, and good night.